You're going to go to the Assist site. If you can't remember where you have that link, can't find the link, it's just advanced.org and then just / type in assist, and that should take you there. Screen should look like what you have in front of you. You're going to type in your work email. Type in your password. If you need password help, you should have gotten that when Daryl was here, gave you out your school code. I believe everybody's logged in. Reach out to Jada, Gray, or me, and we'll try to help you. Get in contact with Daryl if you don't have his email still. Make sure you have your login information. When you log in, this is the screen you should have in front of you. You're going to type in your school name under institution. You should have your school come up. You'll click on it. This is the screen with our menu across the top. We're going to be using two of the menu items: assurances, diagnostics, and surveys. Your profile should be updated for your school. Portfolio, this is where our plan will be loaded when the visit is finished. We'll get our report here. The absolute drop dead date is February 22nd for everything to be in the system. We're using at the district office the first week of February to get everything loaded into the system, and I suggest that you do that as well at the school level. That way we have a little bit of buffer time in case there's a problem. Goals and plans, you don't need to go there. Reviews in progress, that will be as the team is visiting and our final report is done. You don't need to go to goals and plans because we're going to do an upload of our school renewal plan. That will be your continuous improvement plan as we've been working to align those. So we're going to go to diagnostics and surveys. First I want to show you where your school renewal plan will be uploaded. So we'll go to assurances first. These are the only two tabs where you'll need to be going. We're going to go to assurances, and you're going to just start an assurance. Again, this is just a test that I did a couple days ago, and you can delete that. So you're just going to do start assurances, AdvancED assurances. You name it. Okay, so name it with the year. You can use your school name. I'm just going to call it test again. Make sure you include the year. When you name it, this is the screen you should get. You get 0 of 6 items answered. So you just click on AdvancED assurances. These are yes, no questions. They're obviously going to be yeses. If there's a problem, be reaching out. But they're things that we've definitely been doing. Have we read and understand, comply with the policies and procedures? You click on that. You need to read through them again. You have them there. You just click yes. There are things that you will need to attach. For example, the Security and Crisis Management Plan. If you have that and you want to attach it, or if Dave has it, or Dr. McCord, or however you want to, wherever that's located currently. Financial transactions, if you need help from Ms. White regarding that, assurance. The second to the last option is where you're going to put your school renewal plan. So just click respond. It says the institution engages in continuous improvement process and implements an improvement plan. Attach the improvement plan if the plan is not located in AdvancED's adaptive system of school improvement support tools, and that's this assist site. So we are going to click yes, and then we're going to attach our school renewal plan. So that's where you'll do that. And again, the assurances are straightforward. Yes, no's. And if there's any no's, you need to reach out to the appropriate senior staff person for assistance. And you can reach out to me with any questions. So we're going to diagnostics and surveys, and this is where you're going to go most often. You're going to do each of the required elements. Click Start Diagnostic. And again, you're going to give a description. Just call it test. So you have 4 items that we're going to need to do: executive summary, self-assessment, stakeholder feedback, and student performance feedback diagnostics. The second item in the drop-down you do not need to do. You don't need to pay any attention to that. The improvement plan, stakeholder involvement, that's for other states, I believe. Not South Carolina. They're in the process of cleaning that up. So it's just sitting there still. You may remember Daryl saying you don't need to pay attention to that. So we'll start with the executive summary. Again, I've already given a test name. Click Start. And gives us a description of what AdvancED is looking for with the executive summary. And again, they highly recommend that responses are written offline. So I think we all understand the importance of that, and the ability to write these offline and then come in and copy paste. So there are 4 questions. Additional information is optional. You need to respond to these first 3 questions. So if you click on the first question, it gives you a description of what it's looking for, the size, community, the location, changes it experienced in the last 3 years, demographic information. You click respond, again reminds you of it, and this is just where you paste your answer. So once we paste the answer in there, we go next. Provide the school system's purpose, mission, vision, values. If you have a school choice well articulated, you may want to include something of that nature here. Programs and offerings and expectations for students. So again, be looking at our mission, vision, and values, core beliefs, and you're going to do that for each of the items. So again, system's purpose. You have an area to answer notable achievements and areas of improvement. And again, each of these 3 questions are limited to 6,000 characters. If you want additional space, you have another 6,000 if you want to add additional information. So again, just very similar to school report card narrative, including the notable achievements and things of that nature. So again, reminder from what Dr. Behringer shared with us, this is the document that, the only document that is public when the public is searching for an accredited school in area. So again, pay close attention to grammar and syntax and spelling and things of that nature. So once you've got it all pasted in and you've proofread it and all those good things, then you just click publish. So I'm going to delete this test. And we'll move to the next diagnostic. So I'm going to start another diagnostic. Again, do not need to do the improvement plan for the stakeholder involvement. The self-assessment is where everyone should be doing all the work right now. And again, that's completed offline. I've shared with you on multiple occasions the workbook and examples of the indicators. So let's look at the self-assessment. Again, there's 5 standards here and indicators under each standard. So just going to call this test. So under the self-assessment, this is where you have your 5 standards: purpose and direction, governance and leadership, teaching and assessing for learning, resource and support, and using results for continuous improvement. At the district level, there are 4 indicators under purpose and direction. You have 3, so you should see 0 of 4. And the reason why there's an additional one is because each standard needs a narrative included. So, for example, purpose and direction, the last option here is a narrative. So again, you're going to write this offline. It tells you what questions you should be answering in your narrative. You're basically looking at the scores you have on each of your indicators, noting areas of strength, needs of improvement, actions you're going to take to implement to sustain the areas of strength, and plans you're going to take to improve the areas in need of improvement. So again, 6,000 character limit. You can do that offline and come and paste that in. Oops, looks like I got logged out. Or I clicked somewhere. back in the self-assessment. So our 5 standards, purpose and direction. So this is the first indicator for purpose and direction. We engage in a systematic, inclusive, and comprehensive process to review, revise, and communicate a system-wide purpose for student success. So you've seen that on multiple occasions. Here's where you go in and rate yourself 1 to 4. These don't say 1 to 4, but the lowest is our 1 and the highest is our 4. If you read these statements, it'll match exactly what you have in the documents for AdvancED. Choose the evidence. Anything that's not listed here, again, you would just type in here what other evidence you have. It tells you it's limited to 500 characters. Once you rate yourself, you say, we're here. Click on, go next. It's going to take you to the next indicator. Again, you're going to do all of this offline. So when you're going to now go to indicator 1.2, the system ensures that each school, obviously you don't have this. This is the one that the school does not have. So at the district level, we'll be completing these in. This would be your indicator 1.2, I believe. The school leadership and staff at all levels of the system commit to a culture. Okay? And again, you're going to rate yourself on each of these. When you're finished rating yourself on each of them, you'll get the checkbox. You're going to give yourself the rating, put your narrative in, and you're going to be all done with that first standard. It'll tell you how much you've finished. So again, teaching and assessing for learning, standard 3, that we've been looking at a lot. It has 12 indicators. The 13th is again placed for your narrative. Systems curriculum, this is going to be the school, provides equitable and challenging learning experiences, ensure all students have sufficient opportunities to develop learning, thinking, and life skills. Again, you can see that we've attached in the district renewal plan a link to our public Rubicon Atlas site. And as you received in the email with this video, you can see what kinds of evidence we're including at the district level. So these are your indicators. This is the indicator regarding 312. The system and its school provide coordinate learning support service to meet the unique needs of students. Again, we would rate ourselves. We would articulate what evidence we're using, and then go on the next item. And the last one is again the place where we would put in our narrative. Same questions for each of the 5 standards. So the self-assessment is rating each indicator in a 1 to 4 scale, articulating the evidence you've used to come up to that rating, and then including a narrative no more than 6,000 characters, a short, concise narrative answering the questions that they've provided. I'm going to delete this. Start diagnostic again. So we've done executive summary, we've done self-assessment. Let's look at stakeholder feedback diagnostic. Here you're going to open this stakeholder feedback data document, and that's going to help you answer these questions. I'm going to show you another site that has a lot of the resources in it, but again, straightforward. You click on each of these, answer the questions that are there, and it'll give you your progress. But there, in addition to this work sheet or data document, if you go to AdvancED and then resources, so advanced-ed.org/resources. AdvancED resources, you're going to click schools. Obviously, the school at the district level, we've been going to school systems. You're going to click schools. If you still need information about how to get in the system, Daryl went through a lot of this information. Down here for tools, this stakeholder feedback worksheet is a worksheet you'll need to get. So just click on it. It comes and downloads. So because each of the surveys, the staff and parent were on a 5-point scale, 5-point Likert scale. The student survey, the middle school and high school, was on a 4-point Likert scale, and the elementary, early elementary and elementary, they were on a 3-point Likert scale. So if you look at those surveys, you've seen the types of questions if you've looked at the sample survey or taken one as a parent or something of that nature. And so again, the idea is the age appropriateness of the survey questions and what they're trying to do. So if you come in here and you once you pull your survey out, you put your score and the number of people you had take it, it's going to give you a scale on a 5-point scale so you can see them all comparative. You know, how did my staff, my parents, and my students do in terms of giving us feedback on a 5-point scale. So this is another diagnostic that will help you. They've given you a few tools here on the AdvancED resource site. You can see this is where I've been pulling those workbooks and the concept maps. So you may want to take a look at some of those survey, some of those assist tools. Go back to diagnostic. And there's only one diagnostic left for us to do at this point, and that is the student performance diagnostic. Again, straightforward. You're going to take your data document, you're going to complete these things offline, these items offline, and you're going to answer the questions that are here. So between the assist site, again, diagnostic surveys, you've got the executive summary, the self-assessment, the 2 diagnostics, and your assurances, and that's where you're going to upload the school renewal plan. So those are the required items. There are some helpful documents in the resource pages and tools. Obviously, I want you to take the survey that I've included to see how much assistance we need to go with this whole group, still more at the next leadership, or if it's only a few folks, then I'll work with those folks who need additional assistance individually. So thank you for everything you're doing to engage in this accreditation process, and I hope the continuous improvement work is really the heart of why we're doing this. So thanks for watching and best wishes.